I am live. All right. That is good to know. Very good to know. All right. Now let me send my link out. E. Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get started here in a few minutes. Hey, hi Jonathan, how are you? Let me. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm tired as well. Like, pretty damn tired. But yeah, I'm pretty damn tired myself. Mm, always does. Hi Maple, how are you? Well, I mean, I had to get up early today. I had to get up like at 8 o'clock today, which is not normal for me at all. I usually get up at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Um, but yeah, I had to get up early today. I started my new job today, which is going great so far. I love it. So yeah, I like it so far. And hold on. Hey. There we go. Okay. All right, but yeah. So tonight we're going to be talking about the Fae, which are fairy people, which is really cool. So I'm excited for that. All right, let me just pull up. My friend sent me a little cheat sheet since I'm not too well versed on the Fae. I'm getting that up right now. Awesome. Got my cheat sheet up. But yeah, I hope this stream goes better than the last one. We got some pretty weird people calling in last time. Like some people called in like saying the N word. Some people called in. It was a mess. So I hope we don't get those today. But yeah, let's start this off. All right, guys. So, hi, guys. Welcome to Cryptocast, your source for all things crypto-related, unknown, and paranormal. I'm your host, Parker, and today we are going to be talking about the Fae. Now, if you don't know what the Fae are, they are sort of the fairy people that are found in myths and legends. So, the elves, fairies, pixies, gnomes, all this cool stuff. So, excuse me. So, we are going to be discussing that today. Like I said, and like always, guys, the lines are open. So if you guys want to call in and talk about the Fae, feel free to do so. The number's in the title of this episode. I had to think of what it was called for a minute. I forgot the word title for a minute. So if you want to do that, feel free to call in. Oh, you're good. But yeah, actually got this at Savers. Hold on, let me actually see if I can. Okay, hold on. It has something cool on it. I'm gonna try to show this off. I could easily move the camera, but I want to be a really strong, cocky bastard right now and try to lift this up to show everyone. But there we go. It's got ships on it. It's really my dad's, but I mean, I'm always like this. I mean, I'm always like this. I mean, I caught it. Thank you. Thank you. But I caught it all, Jonathan. It's okay. It's okay. I caught it all. I caught it all. But have I really caught myself yet? Okay, I try to make that sound deep as fuck, but it literally made no sense. So, let me pull up my cheat sheet. And thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me see. All right. Is it really too early though to be introspective and fake deep? Is it really too early for that? I mean, I literally live in the village of sorrow called my mind. I'm sorry if you hear that. My dog is being a little douchebag upstairs right now, so I apologize if you hear that. Stitch! I'm trying to do a show. So shush. He wants something up there. I think my mom took care of it, but I think he wants something. I don't know what he wants, but so let's start off about talking about the Fae. So we're going to start off talking about the Kelpies. So if you don't know what a Kelpie is, it's a shapeshifter. I almost said a shapeshifter. I almost said shafe on my program. That would have actually probably gotten my stream shut down, but I actually did just say shafe and I said it again. So fuck me. But no, they're shapeshifters and they're water spirits, and they live in the lakes around Scotland and Ireland. And they take the form of a horse when they're on land. And they can also be seen in water in their human form. They have seaweed in their hair. It is said that each loch or lake, well, loch is the Scottish name for lake, so each loch, even Loch Ness, has a Kelpie. And there's something on my screen, and it keeps making me think I have something in my hair, and it's really bothering me. But each loch has a Kelpie, and the Kelpies usually stay on the shore by the lake, and they try to get people to touch them or ride on them. And if you hop on them or touch one, their skin becomes instantly adhesive, and you can't pull your arm off or get your body off, and they drag you down into the waters and drown you and then eat you. So yeah, imagine if they added that to My Little Pony. Deadly water horses. Plus, it also says if you bring a bridal, they must do your bidding. but they will get back at you if they manage to escape. So you can capture one and make it do whatever you want, but if it manages to escape, it'll come for you because they don't like that. And male kelpies have been known to take human ladies as their wives and bring them into the Fey realm, and yeah, so the girls drown the people, and the guys take them as their wives. But I should have started off with this, but there are ways that you can actually defeat a Fae, one of the Faes, or potentially kill one. So lemon is pretty much like sulfuric acid to them. Like, it burns the shit out of them. So if you're being attacked by fairies and you happen to have a bottle of lemonade in your hand, just squeeze that shit all over them and they'll burn. I guess that works. Also, they don't like iron because iron it cuts through them like super easily, which in Pokemon is why steel Pokemon are super effective against fairies, because fairies do not like steel or metal like that. So iron cuts through them, and lemon like severely burns or melts them. So yeah, if you happen to have a sword with you, an iron sword or lemon, if you want double the damage, just squeeze some lemon juice or some lemonade on the end of that sword and just... So, yeah. I might start carrying lemonade with me everywhere I go. Actually, I don't have any with me right now. I should probably go get some. But I don't want to leave the stream. But I need the lemonade to defend myself from the fairies. I'll be alright. Hopefully. And then we're going to talk about the Doulahands. So pretty much what a Doulahan is, it's a headless horseman from Sleepy Hollow. Let me see. So what the Doulahan is, they're agents of death, and they do not like gold. They are actually terrified of gold for some reason. And they're depicted as male, but there are also lady horsemen. So I guess they wouldn't be horsemen. If they're women, I guess they'd be horsewomen or horse ladies, headless horse ladies. I don't know how that works. If you step out your door when they are riding through the town, they'll throw a bucket of blood on you. So yeah, if you still ride through a house and you don't want blood on you, you don't want to look like a scene from the end of Carrie, don't step outside. And Stitch is upstairs doing his shit again. I don't know what he wants. He's just being a little old inconvenience right now. I don't know why he's barking, so I apologize. And they can stop atop a hill and whisper the true name of a human, and that person will die. So if a headless horseman visits your town and they stop on top of a hill, whisper the name of you, you're pretty much dead, because they're omens and agents of death. So pretty much just in time for Halloween, guys. There is also hold on. Shout out to my friend. They just texted me and they can't make it in, so shout out to them though. Because they're a good person. I like them. And something else about the Headless Horsemen, or Doulahans is what they're more commonly called. Pretty much like in Sleepy Hollow, if you cross running water, they cannot cross the running water after you. They're stuck there. Now let's talk about the Selkies, the cute little seal people. So they're women and sometimes men, but they're more depicted as women. They carry coats with them that allow them to turn into seals and swim the ocean. which is pretty cool. They have a name similar to the Selkie. I mean, I am talking about the Selkie. I'm an idiot tonight. They have a name similar to that of the Kelpie, and they're kind of the same in a way too, being shapeshifters. Except if you had to meet one on a dark beach in the middle of the night, I would choose Selkies because Selkies are peaceful. Kelpies are not so much. They want to fuck you up. Like just imagine a Selkie as like a happy 10-year-old and a Kelpie like as a 50-year-old biker guy who wants to fuck you up. And if you can steal this the coat of a Selkie that allows them to turn into a seal, they won't be able to return to the sea or transform again, and they will be sad because they are robbed of their home and they want to go back. So there have been recorded legends of people doing this for a while, and people take them as their wives. They take their cloaks all the time, and then they have to stay with the person who took their cloak, and they have kids and everything, and they are trying to, this whole time, find their coat. And if they find their coat, if they really, most of the, 99% of the time, they will return back to the sea and leave the husband and the kids behind to go back to being a Selkie. So it is pretty sad, but they're also really, really elusive. So, and there are stories of them falling in love with people. So it is pretty. Sometimes they do give up their sea life, but sometimes they get robbed. They get it robbed from them. So it just really all depends on the Selkie, or the Selkie, I mean. And then there is something similar that has a name, and it is called a Silkie. So Selkie, I'll type the difference in the chat here. Hold on, and I fucking moved my table again. I gotta. All right, let's see. All right, so we're talking about the Silkie. I just put that in the chat just to show the difference in their names. So we're talking about the Silkie now, not the Selkie. So Silkies are pretty much okay. This is new to me. Hold on. They're extreme maids. So Silkies are pretty much Silkies are housemaids. And they clean up and everything. They're fae that take place in house homes and help clean up. They're known to be terrors to lazy people who don't like to clean up after themselves. And pretty much if somebody just constantly keeps leaving trash for them to pick them up, for them to pick up, they'll get pretty mad about that. But they're really good, hard-working fae that just want to see the house be clean. But yeah, just don't piss them off because it's never a good thing. Not at all. And then we have these really cute little creatures. They're called brownies. And no, they're not the kind that you eat that people lace with pot. Not the actual food, but they're little house elves, and they're so tiny and small and cute, and I just want to pet one. I want my own brownie. But brownies. They can be invited into your home by a fairy door, and they are little fae that will clean your house up in exchange for sweets. They like milk or cream the most. They like milk and cream the most, but they don't. But if you leave stuff for them, if you don't leave stuff for them, they won't do anything for you. And honestly, if you piss off a brownie, they get really, really angry and turn into a creature called a bogart or boggart, whichever way you want to say it. Either way, it kind of sounds like yogurt. Now I really want some fucking yogurt right now. But I will show you guys. The comparison between a brownie and a Bogart. Fucking God, I got fucking recipes. Brownie, Harry Potter style, yes. Brownie elf. And I put brownie eld. There we go. Oh, that's right. I forgot how cute these little guys are. Aw. I just want to pet one. They're actually a football team mascot, so they're pretty much little elves. I'm trying to find a good picture, but yeah, I'll just go with the mascot. This is what a little brownie looks like, minus the football, because they don't have footballs in Fairy World. But that's what a little brownie looks like. Super cute little guy. I'd be friends with him. I invite him to my parties. I invite him to my school dances. You know, that dude's just a really chill little dude. And, you know, I'd sit down, I'd have tea with him, or, well, he drinks milk. So I'd sit down, share chocolate milk with him, and you know, trying to be his friend because he's a cute little guy. But if you piss them off, if you fucking piss a Bogart off, this thing is what you will get. And then this thing is, yeah, you do not want to piss off a brownie. Otherwise, you'll get something very, very, very angry after you, which is never a good thing. Never a good thing. So yeah, do you really want to piss off a cute little brownie and go to this? This is a Bogart. They're pretty much giant trolls, and if you piss them off, if you piss a brownie off, that is what you will get. A giant, angry troll ogre-like creature. Trollger. Hashtag Trollger, guys. Hashtag Trollger. Hashtag Trollger. Hashtag Trollger. All right. Also, there are... Yes. Why is this thing freezing? Freezing. Okay. All right, this thing should be loading up, and then we're going to talk about fairy hounds. Because these things are bad. If you see a fairy hound, you're fucked. I'm sorry. If you see a fairy hound, like, you legit are fucked. I just need the site to load because I don't know much about these dogs. So they are called Kusith, and they're giant fairy dogs found in Scotland and Irish as well. And it also resembles some bears. And it says, according to Scottish folklore, the Kusith is said to be the size of a young bull. So just imagine an angry giant bear dog, like just angry, the size of a bull coming for you. That would honestly terrify me like so much. Like if I saw a giant bear dog in the wild coming for me, I would be a little scared and probably run the other way. But anyway, I'd probably die because it's a death omen. And it says, yes, the size of a young bull with appearance of a dog. Its fur is shaggy and usually cited as being dark green. So if you see a green dog, fucking run. Like, fucking run. Well, actually, not this way. There's a wall here. So fucking run. And it's either coiled up or braided, and its paws are described as being the width of a man's hand. And it's thought to make its home in the clefts of rocks in the highlands, also to roam the moors and highlands. So this could be like an explanation for all of the beasts that haunt that like the dog beasts and cat beasts that haunt England. Um, and it is a harbinger of death. And if you see it, you need to stay away from it. And it's similar to the Grim Reaper because it leads the soul to death. And every time it shows up, it's an omen, and someone is bound to die. So if you see it, I would run the other way. I will talk about Will the Wisps here in just I'll talk about Will the Wisps here in just a second. But I really apologize. I needed to go to the bathroom really quick, so I will be right back in probably like about 5 minutes. I apologize. I will be right back. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, fuck. Maybe I could leave something interesting on the table that you guys can look at while I'm gone. I'm gonna leave this pufferfish. He's a meme for while I'm gone. I apologize, guys. Ellie will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm sorry. All right, guys, I am back. I apologize so much for that. Thank you for understanding. Word of advice: if you have something very important to do, um, whatever you do, don't eat a burrito before you have something important to do, like a live stream or something like that. Just don't do it, guys. It's not a good idea. Not good at all. So I'm back. I apologize for that interruption. But let's get right back talking about the Fae. So yeah, I apologize again. I'm so sorry, guys. So we are going to be talking about Will the Wisp. And these things are pretty cool, actually. My voice kind of like almost voice cracked there. Like pretty okay. All right. Yes, Will the Wisp. They're little like orbs of light that are often depicted as fire. Um, and they lead people off cliffs to their death most of the time. But they also do help travelers get to the spirit, like get to where they need to go, and they also lead lost souls to the spirit world. So yeah, will o' the wisps, they can either lead you off a cliff to your death, lead you in the right direction, or lead lost souls to the spirit world. And they are like little balls of fire, little spirits, and they are considered Fae though, so that is pretty cool actually. Um, also, yeah, you saw the Will o' the Wisp in that Disney Pixar movie, Brave. They were like the little blue balls of fire, leading Merida to her fate or to your destiny. So that is really kind of cool how they incorporated that. And yeah, those are mostly found in Irish and Scottish folklore as well. Um, Also, believe it or not, guys, the Banshee is a Fae. And because pretty much any spirits and everything that are old Gaelic, old Irish, old Scottish folklore, they're considered Fae. And the Banshee is considered one of those Fae. And legend has it that if you hear a Banshee scream, someone will die, and your family will die. And pretty much people have described it's more like a sort of like a comforting kind of thing. Like they're not like actively like trying to cause people's death. They're literally mourning for the people who are about to die. So some people view it as scary, some people view it as comforting, and it's sometimes she can appear as a young woman, sometimes she can appear as an old woman, and like as an old woman, sometimes she's seen washing blood out of a cloak by the river and crying. So yeah, kind of don't want to experience that like ever. But yes, the Banshee is a Fae, believe it or not. I think that is very cool. And now we're talking about Ram Ranch. Okay, no, we're not talking about Ram Ranch. My one friend who helped me with this wanted to know what Ram Ranch was, and I had to show him what Ram Ranch was, and that was a fun experience. Not really. I feel bad for exposing them to that, but also there have been reports. There are things called fairy circles, and I am going to show you guys a fairy circle. Whenever this loads up. Yes. So these are fairy circles. The rings of mushrooms that appear in the ground in a circle. Well, obviously it's a fairy circle, not a fairy square. So yes, this is a fairy circle right here, and it's just mushrooms in the ground that make a circle. And and they're also called fairy rings. And some people believe um, that yes, fairy rings have historical powers through Europe. They have mysterious powers. I don't want to join this website's newsletter. Fuck that. Most of the part either involve fairies or supernatural creatures, either dancing around the ring or having the ring serving as a portal between the fairy realm and our realm. It is also believed that the circles were formed by shooting stars, lightning strikes, or were the work of witches. These beliefs persisted until the 19th century, as did the warnings to not stray into a fairy circle, lest you be transported to the fairy realm and certainly doomed. And yes, so pretty much, if you people believe that if you step in the fairy ring, you will be transported to the fairy realm. Also, um, and there are like allegedly some doors that will lead you to the fairy realm. And if you go into the fairy realm, time passes much faster there than it does in our realm. And they say do not eat anything or drink anything while you're there. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to ever leave the fairy world. You will be trapped in the fairy world. So if you ever find yourself in the fairy world, don't eat anything or drink anything unless you want to stay there. But honestly, I probably would. Um, this world kind of sucks. So I would definitely probably just eat something and live amongst the fairy people. I would love that. I would absolutely actually love that. And Jesus Christ, what was that? But also, leprechauns, they're sometimes considered fae. And yes, leprechauns are considered fae. And I need to check actually one thing because somebody told me something really funny about elves. And I really want to share this on the stream. Where is this guy? Here we go. But yes, leprechauns are considered fae. Sometimes they're those. If you don't know, leprechauns are small little people who wear green, come out on St. Patrick's Day and everything. And it's sort of stereotypical with the pot being in the rainbow and the gold and everything. If you catch one, excuse me, you'll either get wishes or you get their gold. Either way, it's a pretty good deal. So I wouldn't go actively hunting for leprechauns and everything because they're pretty fast and really like to play pranks on people. So I would not do that. Oh, where the fuck was it? There was this one episode. I can't find the conversation. I thought I found the guy, but I don't. But I think we talked about the conversation in another server. Now I can't find it. But shout out to Burnt. You know who you are if you're watching this. Burnt was telling me he was in my cryptid kick chat that I have. If any of you guys want the hashtag for that, if you have kick, PM me. Feel free to join. But he was telling me about this episode of Destination Truth, and I think it was like Scandinavia or something, or one of these foreign countries. Actually, I really, really want to see if I can find. Where is it? I really want to see if I can find this now, because if I can't find it, this is gonna bother me if I can't find it. Like, ooh, weird call. I'm gonna answer this. Hello. Shout out to my Thomas the Train shout out to my Thomas the Train fans out there, I guess. I don't know what that was, but anyway, my friend Burnt, he was telling me there's this episode of Destination Truth, and I remember this episode. They went to Scandinavia or one of those farther off European countries and everything, and this guy, and like they went up to this one to they actually like were they walked up to the president's house, like they literally walked up to the president's house, knocked on the door, and he actually invites them in. I think that's just because I think that's kind of funny, like they're just walking up to the president's house, knocking on the door, and he just lets you in and you have an interview with him. I just think that's kind of funny, like really no security at all. I think that's kind of funny. Also, they believe that the elves protect the island, and elves there are good elves and there are bad elves. The bad elves usually like to play tricks and harm people. The good elves usually like to help people and defend people. It's it's just kind of 50-50 what you get, but it's pretty cool. And I thought I'd be talking longer about these. I actually ran out of Fae. Let me check the Fae Wikipedia. Yeah, I ran out of Fae. I just want my Fae. I can't find. Okay, this is a good list. Okay. Another call. Let's see what it is. Hello. Thank you for calling Cryptocast. How are you today? Shivers down your spine. Your souls feel your doom tonight. Skeletons. Oh, that was awesome. I fucking love spooky, scary skeletons. Thank you. That was really cool. Thank you for calling in with that. Whoever sent that in, that was actually really cool. Thank you. I love that song. So let me see. Oh, dryads. I forgot fucking dryads. Dryads they're tree people, and they guard the trees, and they mostly prefer oaks, and the druids address them for aspiration. So dryads they're tree people, and yeah, they guard the trees, and that's pretty cool. Also, goblins are considered fae, and they're more of an evil kind of fairy. They like to band together and cause mischief, and they usually have like a leader who's in charge of ordering them around. They're not too smart, but they do enough damage to. Ow! Actually, like hurt you, but I accidentally hurt myself. Oh, fuck me. Um, there's also these ones called red caps, and red caps is among the most evil of the old border goblins. They live in stale ruined towers and castles, especially those with history of sinfulness. They dye they get their name red caps because they dye their white hats in human blood that stains them red, and that's how they get their name red caps. They're very violent. They band together. They have axes, and they really fuck people up. So stay away from them. There's also one called the puka, and the puka it comes out and it takes the form of animals, and they cause mischief. And pretty much I'm listing off like all the ones that hurt people. So let's actually try to find a nice one. Let's try to find someone nice. Nymphs. There's different kinds of nymphs, and nymphs are pretty much peaceful. There's forest nymphs, water nymphs, and they're pretty much guardians of the water, guardians of forests, and all this stuff. So nymphs are pretty good. They're elementals, and they're in their fae, and they're really good at guarding their element. So I think that is really cool. There's also one called the Spriggans, and their Spriggans are fabled to be atrocious monsters and little in their natural state. However, may inflate themselves to mammoth proportions. Spriggans are a notorious band of villains, skilled thieves, thoroughly destructive, and often unsafe. They're capable of robbing individual houses, kidnapping kids, and leaving a detestable baby Spriggan in exchange. So, this right here, that described the concept of a changeling. And what a changeling is when a fairy swaps out a human baby with a fairy baby. And one of the only way, and I mean, it's noticeable. It's like pretty noticeable, but they try to look human. And one of the ways to get the baby back is you cook an egg in a in the shell. You like chop the egg off, cook the egg inside its shell, and then as soon as you start doing this, the changeling baby will hop up and you will say, "I've seen the acorn before the oak, but never the likes of this." And then he will disappear, and the missing baby will be back in its place. So yeah, just gotta cook an egg in its shell if you think your baby looks a little like different from what you remember. Or that could be a thing called puberty. I don't know, but yeah, just cook your eggs in the shell if you want to get your baby back. And then there's also trolls. Trolls are considered fae too. They don't like daytime. They're more nocturnal, and they're not really smart. They usually carry around clubs to fight with, and axes and weapons and stuff. They have armor sometimes, but trolls are not. They're not very, very smart. And then there's pixies. Now, pixies are sort of similar to fairies in a way. Sort of look alike, except pixies, they're more mischievous, kind of more evil in a way. And it says here they often take the form of hedgehogs, and they're naughty fairies who love who love playing practical jokes on humanity and other fae folk, and they like to steal horses to ride. All right, let's take this. Hi, thanks for calling in to Cryptocast. How are you?
Understand you.
Huh?
I can't understand you. Go back to your country. I can't understand.
Okay. I apologize for that. I do believe that actually was some anti-Semitic. Fuck it. Let's just disregard it. I think that was like Nazi propaganda. I apologize for anyone who's offended by that. Just let's ignore it and move on. But yeah, pixies. They like to steal things. They're more mischievous. Also, if you guys remember that TV show on Nickelodeon, The Fairly Odd Parents, I honestly hate Butch Hartman now after everything he's done. So I don't. So yeah, I don't support Butch Hartman anymore. But he had that TV show Fairly Odd Parents, and I love the show. And if you guys haven't seen Fairly Odd Parents, it was this one kid named Timmy who had a horrible life. So Fairy World granted him his own personal fairies to grant his wishes, and it was a really good show. It had this one guy who I loved, who was like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but his name was Jorgen von Strangle, and he talked like this, and he had a big wand, and he was really cool. I love Jorgen von Strangle, and there were also these pixies in there who did magic, but they treated it more as a business, and they like had like magical like photocopiers, and every time they granted a wish, it did like sort of like fax machine and typewriter noises. It was pretty clever. It was pretty clever. I loved the show when I was younger, but then after a while, it just started to go downhill. So I do miss Fairly Odd Parents like how it used to be, but after a while, no, just it's not good anymore, guys. It's not good. Don't watch it. Please don't watch it. It's not good anymore. But watch the old stuff if you want a good show. The old stuff was amazing. But yeah, so that was pretty much like my first exposure to like fairies and everything from a young age, and it was pretty cool. Let me see. Oh, there's also dwarves. They're short, strong, little people, and they mature at 3 years old, and are gray and bearded by the age of 7. So these guys age really, really quick, like really quick. Oh, hello, Neo Gale. How are you doing today? And it's stated they can't appear in the light of day, for to do so would turn them into stone. Yet there are potions and spell that empower them to bear sunshine. So dwarves, they can't stand the sun, they turn to stone and sun, but there are ways that they can get around that, which is really cool. Oh, hey, that's good. I'm glad you're doing good, Neo. And there's also As and there's also Azurais. Yeah, Azurais. They're little, frail female fairies. They can't be exposed to sunshine or captured, else they shall melt away into a puddle of water. So I guess kind of like Tinkerbell in a way from Peter Pan. Um, that's what I think of when I think of those. But yeah, there's honestly so many more Fae like on this list that I don't have time to list all of them, but there's a lot of them. There's also the She, um, and they're the name for fairies and their subterraneous homes. They live in a barrow or a hillock, which has a door to an amazing underground domain of the Tuatha or fairies. So they have the She live underground in really really elaborate homes, which is really cool. And there's also the Shefro, and they're brave fairies who wear green coats and red caps. So I mean, not to be confused with the red caps. The red caps are very very angry, and the Shefro seem to be really nice. And also, believe it or not, guys, mermaids are considered fae. So this is technically a fairy right here. And I mean, everyone knows what a mermaid is, but for those who don't, mermaids live in water, but they're human form from the waist up and bear a tail of a fish. They're irresistible singers who occasionally lure fishermen to their demise, likewise known as the Murocha or the Marrows. So yeah, mermaids are considered fairies too. Honestly, I didn't even know that. You honestly learn something new every day. So yeah, fairies are pretty cool. Shout out to my friend Emily who gave me this topic suggestion for today. So Emily, if you're watching, thank you for this topic. This was actually really fun to do. I didn't realize that half of these creatures that I've talked about before my show were even fae. So yes, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. This was a good topic. So thank you so much for that. And let me see, before I sign off here for the night, guys, Halloween's coming up next week. Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Already, fuck. November's already a week from today. So wow, fuck, it's almost Christmas almost. Fuck that. But yes, Halloween next Wednesday. I have let me see. I've returned, and before you sign off, I've got one last question. Yes, go for it. Reformed Southern Democratic. But Halloween is going to be creepypasta night. I posted a poll on my Twitter. You guys asked me to shorten that, so I am going to shorten that tonight for Wednesday. I'm going to have that be. It was originally going to be 5 hours. 1692. Let me see. Are you talking about the Salem witch trials? If it's about the Salem witch trials, I do know about those, but if it's another witch trial, I'm not entirely sure. But if it's Salem, I know a lot about Salem, so I could probably okay, good. Okay, that is a good question. And I'll make the Halloween announcement here after I answer this question, guys. But when I think of the Salem witch trials, like, what is my idea? Like, what do I think about them personally? Like, how they happened, or like just like an explanation of what happened? Well, honestly, though, when I think about the Salem witch trials, though, my personal opinion is the U.S. In the Constitution has freedom of religion, and I feel like people can be able to believe, worship, whatever they want. So, I mean, back then, did I think any monsters out there were influenced by the trials? Like, do I think any cryptids were influenced by the trials? I do believe that is possible. I really do believe that's possible. But my personal opinion on the Salem witch trials, it's kind of sad. The Constitution gives you freedom of religion, and I mean, a lot of the people who were executed really weren't even witches, and if they were, that's their religious belief. So, I mean, it's kind of sad just to see all these people get killed for what they believe. I mean, it does happen all over the world, and it's sad regardless. But um, oh fuck it, it was. Oh god, but it was. Oh god, I am like literally running on like a few hours of sleep, so I apologize. I got that wrong, but but still, I mean, I do think people should be able to believe whatever they want to believe, and I do think it's kind of sad because half the people that were accused weren't even witches, and I mean, if they were, I mean, that's what they believe. I mean, you really shouldn't be killed for what you believe. So, I mean, it is kind of sad. So, yeah, but on Wednesday night, Halloween, you guys on my Twitter, you guys have voted for me to shorten the stream because you guys all said, yeah, 5 hours is way too fucking long, Parker. You got to shorten this shit. So I am shortening the Halloween stream from 5 hours to 3 hours. I'm going to be starting the Halloween live stream at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I'm going to be doing creepypasta reading for 2 hours. If you guys still have any horror stories that you have created yourself or a horror story you have experienced in real life, I'm still taking submissions for that. That'll be going. The submissions will be going until 9 o'clock on Halloween. So feel free to send me your stories at cryptidpodcasts@gmail.com. Also, guys, please specify in your email whether that they are fake or real, and also put what name you want me to use to shout you out as, because I will give you guys a shout out and for creating a story for the show. So please, 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 if you haven't already, create a story for the show. I would love to read it. Yes. Oh wait, not the on the witch trials, maybe. Yes, you can add one. Yes, you can add another story onto it. And yeah, I did read the Crucible back in my sophomore year of high school, so it was a good book. But yes, you can add another story onto it while I talk. Excuse me. But yes, the So Halloween live stream, send those stories in. Like I said, the submissions will be open all the way until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time when I do the stream. So feel free to send those stories in, guys. I would really, really love to hear from you guys. So please send those in. Also, guys, if you have any fan art that you want to make, you guys can send to me through any of my social media, and I'll post on the wall back here. Maybe not right here. It could even be here. I could be anywhere. I can take DMs on Discord, and I also do email. So either one works. Yeah, I can. I know you sent your story already, Democratic Party, but I'm going to. But yeah, I'll email that to myself so I have it. But I do take. But yeah, just so it doesn't get lost in the chat on Discord, I'll email that to myself. So don't worry, I have your story, and I'm gonna be sure to read that on during my live stream. So you'll get that. You'll get that. So. Yes, so those stories will go all the way until, yeah, so submit me those stories and they'll go, and I take them all the way till 9 p.m. on Halloween, Central Standard Time. Also, feel free, guys, feel free to do some fan art if you want. Please forgive the horror story of my grammar and punctuations. Dude, it's fine. I'm horrible at it too. I completely understand. Punctuations and grammar aren't my thing either, so I know where you're coming from on that. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing the creepypasta readings for 2 whole hours. Please feel free to come in. Please feel free to enjoy that, and it's going to be fun, guys. Creepypasta reading for 2 hours. That's going to be from 9 to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then for the last hour of Halloween, if you guys still want me to do it, if you guys really, really want me to do it, I am going to be doing a ghost hunt, a 1-hour ghost hunt for you guys. So I'll be turning my computer off, switching to mobile, going live on my phone, and we've been doing some ghost hunting. If that is something you guys will be interested in, stay tuned for that on Halloween. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be a blast. I'm excited to do all of this for you guys. And hey, if you guys like this, let's make it a tradition. And if you guys liked it, let's make it a tradition. Let's make it a tradition. Creepypastas and ghosts on every Halloween. I think that sounds fun. Also, next Friday, I am going to... Well, actually, I'll let you guys know. Next Friday, the stream might be postponed to next Saturday because I do have something going on. Friday, I'm not sure exactly what time, but if it is later, I will post a tweet out there on Twitter, update my Facebook or something, letting you guys know. Next week's live stream most likely will be on Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Because I do Taekwondo, my friends are tested for black belt, and I want to be there to support them. So, yeah, I am. So, yes, the stream most likely will be moved back to Saturday, next Saturday, November 2nd. Oh wait, no, not November 2nd. That's Friday, November 3rd. November 3rd, yes. So the live stream will be moved back most likely to Saturday, November 3rd. And that live stream is going to be Conspiracy Theories Part 2. I did a Part 1, and I got actually some technical issues during that, and there's like an inside joke now that the Illuminati hacked my stream and is trying to take it off. So next Saturday, guys, get ready for that. It's going to be Conspiracy Theories Part 2, and it's going to be fun because I didn't cover all the conspiracy theories I really wanted to in my last stream. So, yes, Conspiracy Theories next Saturday, most likely. And also, guys, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so this time pretty much tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a Cryptocast karaoke night. So if you guys want to come out, I don't know how good of a singer I am. I'll let you guys decide. If you want me to sing, that'll be fun. So come out to that show tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a Cryptocast karaoke night. So if you guys want to come out, I don't know how good of a singer I am. I'll let you guys decide. But if you guys want to come out, suggest some songs you want me to sing. That'll be fun. So come out to that show tomorrow. Come. Yeah, if you want tomorrow, it's gonna be a good time. Suggest some songs and it'll be fun. And then also, guys, if you are new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe and become a member of the crew today. Because I'm at 93 subscribers right now, guys, and I thank you all so much for that. I legit appreciate you guys so much. I do this for you guys, and then when I get to 100, a special giveaway for all my subscribers. So be on the lookout for in the future. If you're new and also like this video, but yes, also social show. And with that being, guys, I will see you all Crypto Karaoke. Have a good, safe night. You've been watching Crypto Crew. I've been your